I'm Bart with CTS. We're here at NAB in Las Vegas, and I have Peter Gibson with me. Peter, what have you been seeing at the show?
You know, everyone's been talking about AI, ML for several years now. I think we're really starting to see use cases start to emerge in how our customers are talking around video AI. So we're just scratching the surface.
Yeah, I would say we're finally seeing business cases tied to AI, and one is it focuses on enriching the end user kind of experience. Okay, that's a plus. But it also focuses on reducing costs for the content provider.
Yep.
And there's not too many technologies out there today that can do both of those. Usually It's one or the other. I have a couple other things that I've seen on the show floor that I'm excited about. One is virtual production backdrops. That seems to be a super hot topic, and it's something that was imperative for the production industry during COVID. The other one, which I know is a little bit stunning, is the production community, again, a little upstream from us, is talking big on cloud. But the production world with their 2110 standard and different things haven't been fully cloudified yet. And in fact, in our the Devoncroft survey, it was the second or third top issue. I would say streaming was number one for like 10 years in a row. Of course, streaming is what we do, so that's great. But what else have you seen, or what else?
Well, you hit on a few topics there. I think certainly the cloud, you know, we've talked about the cloud, but really we're seeing our customers, and as you say, they now have the ability to scale up and down in the cloud, and that's the flexibility that they want. What we're also seeing too is around policy management for a lot of our customers. You know, they're seeing for their subscribers, how do they understand household subscriptions, how can they drive and understand the consumer persona?
That's right.
In many different ways to both secure their platform, but also to gate the access to the content.
Yeah, the crazy thing about our industry is, and I've probably said this for the last 10 years, but every single year, the whole industry ups the amount of content spend. And it ups the number of endpoints it wants to distribute content to, and maybe even countries that they want to distribute to.
Well, it's unlocked a lot of opportunity, right? And you know, hey, more ways to monetize your content, great.
That's right.
But you know, how do you get your content out to those platforms, and how do you do that distribution? And we've seen too the customers with their long tail content libraries too, how can they spin up and virtualize and have some of these fast channels in the marketplace for maybe AVOD supported business models that they hadn't thought about a few years back. So there's really that kind of shift in monetizing your content, as you say, hey, new distribution rights getting signed, we got to get content out here, out there. Having a platform that can support that is key.
Well, the fast channels are interesting because we met with a customer today, in fact, who said, yeah, they're trying to get all their long tail content. In fact, they're looking under people's desks to get old DVDs or other tapes or whatever they have there, and to repurpose that content for fast channels and just try it out. And they said, you know what? Advertisers are willing to give them money for it.
Well, it's working. I mean, there's always a demographic out there of genre-specific content, as you say, that it's stuffed under, you know, some library somewhere on some tape. But hey, if there's a market for it and it's some genre-specific topic, then yeah, sure, you can wrap it in an AVOD model and either distribute that within your own subscription platform or license it out to other streaming platforms. So hey, I think it's a great thing for the industry, and we're happy to be, you know, the centerpiece of providing that technology.
Do you know, the other thing that's kind of interesting is, so we haven't been at NAB now for almost 3 years. You know, the industry, the media and entertainment industry has changed materially. So it's almost kind of interesting and fun getting together with all these people that not only have you been working with on Zoom or you know, Teams or whatever, but really you've helped them materially transform their business because the streaming subscribers and everyone sitting at home, and it's actually been great to get together, make those connections again. And it's funny because I've already had the conversation with a few people, is boy, I wouldn't have guessed the last 3 years would have gone the way they did. And wow, what's going to happen over the next 3 years?
That's exactly it. I mean, it's been, as you say, up close to 3 years at NAB, a full 2 years where, you know, the industry really transformed. So now that we can get back together in person, talk about what's next.
That's right.
You know, it's really great to meet with customers in person and talk about some of those challenges and also some of those opportunities, right? We transformed so dramatically over 2 years.
That's right.
What can we do next? You know.
Thanks, Peter. That's it from NAB. We look forward to connecting with everyone at the CTS Connect Summit this fall.